Welcome to the Moving Picture Studio. Connie Marks, Kevin Clash.
Thanks for having us.
It's a real pleasure having you guys in. When did it become your story to tell, Connie?
A long time ago. My husband, James Miller, was a shooter on Sesame Street, and it was through James that I learned about Kevin, and that was over 6 years ago.
And you'd learned a little bit from the Maisels brothers over some time?
Yes. When I got out of college, I got a grant to make a film about a family in Appalachia, and I edited the film up at the Maisels, and the next thing I knew, I became an assistant editor for them for many, many years and learned hopefully a lot from them.
I didn't even know this.
Kevin, I've seen parts of the movie, and it seems like this was your calling from a very, very young age.
Right out of the womb.
Right, yeah.
No, it's interesting. I started really young. I started building puppets when I was like 9, 10 years old, and then of course at the same time found Sesame Street and Captain Kangaroo and of course Disney, and was glued and it grabbed me up ever since.
And like for many people, a passion that they have when they're a kid doesn't translate into something that they hold through for a career. Is it a case of if you find something you enjoy, then you'll never have to work a day in your life?
No, I think it's always. And my mom always said this, that find if you're going to work, if you have to work, which most of us do, find a job that you enjoy. Find something that you enjoy doing, because you're going to be doing it, 7 days a week. Mm-hmm. So. We thought about it, of course, all of us, my brothers and sisters, always had things that they wanted to do, but mine stuck. For some reason, mine stuck, and I just kept going and going and going with it.
Could it be because you had some key mentors who kind of kept giving you that little extra step?
I definitely think so. It was the mentors of wonderful teachers in school. My gym teacher would give me foam from the gym. My English teacher he would go and meet his mom and buy. His mom's was a fur mill, and so he would get fur and bring it back to me. It was very in school they picked up on it, and they really encouraged me. A lot of the teachers did.
And when perhaps kids at school teased you or whatever for being into something, uncommon, how did you hold your resolve through those times?
I kept my focus, and it was something that I did from a young age. I always had a focus, and I never really kind of went with the crowd. Matter of fact, I remember in school there was this whole program that they put together with some students that they saw that did that, and they asked them questions as to why are you not, and it was just because, I enjoyed what I was doing, and I was, I had a good time doing it. So it was something that I wasn't ashamed of, and it really became a popular thing once I started performing the character for variety shows in my high school, and then I got my first local television show, and then I was like, hot stuff at that point. It was like, he's on television now.
Right, making money as a young kid. What did you do with that money? Did you just invest it in other puppets?
No, I didn't invest it. I invested in other puppets. I didn't invest it. I actually invested it into what I was doing, my career. Yeah. So definitely. I lived at the hobby shops, all over Baltimore. And my mom sewed a lot, so she taught me how to sew on the sewing machine. We had a wonderful Singer sewing machine, and she taught me how to sew on it. And so it was a labor of love, with the family. My father would drive me to all the shows locally, and he helped me build my puppet stage and what type of sound system I needed. So it was a family affair, really.